So today's video is going to be about Doja Cat because Doja Cat's base character is from 1922. So this is definitely another immortal character. And before I get into the video, I just want to give a shout out to Divine Sade because she made a really good video about this 8 months ago. I'm going to put a link to this video in the description below. And also I'm going to link her channel so that you guys can go subscribe over there. Me and her also share a Patreon. So if you want to support both of us, subscribe to our Patreon. The link is in the description below. As you guys can clearly see, Doja Cat's base character is obviously Dorothy Dandridge. And right here you can really see the resemblance. They have the same exact head shape. And they have the same exact cheekbones too. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you can see that they have the same wrinkles in their face when they smile and around the cheekbones. And their eyes are exactly the same too. That's one big similarity that you're going to see with all of these characters. Because Dorothy has at least 5 characters, and I'm going to show you guys all of them in this video. And also another big similarity that I want you guys to see here is their body, because they have the same shoulders, you know, these very manly shoulders. They look exactly alike, especially right here. You know, the only difference is that Doja Cat is a modern version of Dorothy Dandridge. And another big similarity between these two characters is their name, right? You know, both of them start with a D and an O. It's crazy how much they look alike. You know, I feel like nobody can deny this one. I'm sure all of you guys can see the similarities with these side-by-side comparisons. And after you guys watch my video, go watch Divine Sade's video about this because she has even more connections on this. So here's another side-by-side comparison. And I find these really creepy because you guys have to keep in mind that Dorothy Dandridge is from 1922 and Doja Cat is around right now in 2022. So this is 100-year difference that we're talking about. So how do we explain that? You know what I mean? Because it's not like they're only a couple years apart. You know what I mean? 100 years is a big difference. So that goes to show how deep this shit actually is. It's deeper than celebrities wearing a mask. You know, it's deeper than cloning because these are demonic entities. And what they're doing is they're creating new vessels every generation to continue deceiving the masses. The same entity that is behind Dorothy is the one that's in Doja Cat. These are demonic entities that are creating vessels that we call celebrities. And vessels are basically these bodies, right? You know, like Dorothy's body and Doja Cat's body. And it's not the same exact vessel, but it is the same exact demon. So this demon is constantly creating new characters and playing them. And demons can play multiple characters at the same time. So that's why in some of these cases, these celebrities are alive at the same time because they're able to play multiple characters at the same time. And in some deeper cases where they really want to do damage control, they can even put them in the same room, and we've seen this multiple times. So don't let the damage control stop you from seeing what's going on here. You know, it's way deeper than you guys think, and I'm glad that I found out what's going on here because I haven't seen anybody else talk about this. Alright, so this side-by-side comparison is insane. They look exactly alike right here. It's actually very creepy. And that's why I like making these videos about current celebrities, older characters, because you really see how deep it actually goes, man. They've been deceiving us for thousands of years. I feel like they've been doing this forever, you know what I mean? The way they do it, you can tell that they're very professional and calculated. And you can tell that they've been doing this for a very long time. And one way to notice that is when you see these young celebrities that are like 18, 19, 20, and they act very professional and they know exactly what they're doing. That's how you know it's a very old spirit that's inside of these celebrities, because anybody else that is their age wouldn't be able to handle being this famous at such a young age. It's not easy to be famous like this because it comes with a lot of pressure and it's a lot of negative energy that gets sent your way. So that's how I know that these demonic entities love negativity because they love trending for negative things and it doesn't affect them. No matter what negativity is sent their way, they never break or just quit their career and give up being a celebrity, you know what I mean? They always continue their career and finish off their character in the way that the character is scripted to be. Just really wanted to let you guys know my perspective on this because these celebrities don't act like regular people. And that's why I'm telling you guys that they're actually demonic entities that are constantly recycling their vessels and creating these celebrities for you guys to idolize. And they create a new vessel every like 10 or 20 years. And also another thing you guys have to keep in mind is when these entities create a new character, you know, obviously they're going to start from the bottom, so they're not going to be famous right away, which means that they're going to infiltrate in an actual city and actually go to an elementary school, a middle school, and a high school. and infiltrate themselves with real people. That way people actually think that they're real and they're impersonating us, you know what I mean? They try to act like us and they try to relate to us, but they're not us. You know, people will try to defend these celebrities as much as possible because they think that they're real people. But if you guys notice, there's a celebrity in every city. You know, even small cities, you'll see that a big celebrity has came from a small city. So I'm pretty sure almost every city has some type of celebrity that has came from there because they infiltrate themselves everywhere. Alright, so let's move on to the next character, which is Tia and Tamera. And even though these characters are two different vessels, it's still the same entity behind these characters. So right now you're looking at a picture of Doja Cat when she was younger, but who does she remind you guys of? Because to me this looks exactly like Tia and Tamera. Tia and Tamera are always doing mockery with this. So Tia posted this video and at the bottom you can see that she's listening to a Doja Cat song. So she put this one in plain sight. You know, they do a lot of mockery with this one. And here's another picture of Doja Cat, but she looks exactly like Tia and Tamera. And as you guys can see, they look exactly like Doja Cat. They're even making the same exact expression right here. And here's another good side-by-side comparison. You know, they look exactly alike. And especially right here, when I saw this picture on the left, I thought it was Tia or Tamera, but that's actually Doja Cat and she looks exactly like them. So the biggest mockery with this is that Doja Cat has a song called Tia Tamera, and notice that she didn't put Tia and Tamera. You know, she did that because they're the same entity at the end of the day. Even though it's two different vessels, it's still the same character. And they were presented together, so they're basically just one character. So here's another side-by-side comparison. And as you guys can see, they look exactly alike. You know, it's barely any differences. At the end of the day, both of these characters are based off of Dorothy. So now let's move on to the next character, which is Jennifer Beals. I believe that's how you say her name. So I'm not really going to talk about her too much because she's not really that big. But as you guys can see, she clearly looks a lot like Doja Cat. You know, here's a picture of her when she was younger. And she looks exactly like them. So she's definitely another one of Dorothy's characters. A big similarity that Jennifer, Dorothy, and Tia and Tamera share is the fact that they're all actors. So I'm not really going to talk about Jennifer Beals too much because, you know, it's pretty obvious. I'm sure everyone can see this one. Alright, so now let's move on to the next character, and she's a pretty big one. Her name is Fka Twigs, and she actually came out before Doja Cat, but she didn't get as big as her. So as you guys can see, they look exactly alike right here. And both of them are weird, you know what I mean? Like, that's a big similarity with these two characters. They both dress very strange and they're very colorful characters. And they dress like men, you know. I'm gonna show you guys some pictures of them so you guys can see both of these characters are pushing the gender fluid agenda. But as you guys can see, they look exactly alike right here. And now let's compare Fka Twigs to Dorothy because obviously Dorothy's the base character. So all of them are going to look more like her than anybody else. So as you guys can see, they look exactly alike, man. Like, they didn't change anything at all with this one. They have the same eyes, the same eye spacing, the same nose, the same mouth, the same chin, the same forehead. So everything about these characters is the same. As you guys can see, they have the same exact hairline too. So it's pretty crazy how much they look alike, you know, especially right here. I'm sure everyone can see the resemblance right away. You know, I was really creeped out when I noticed that Dorothy looks exactly like Fka Twigs and Doja Cat. Alright, so now let's get into the agenda that Doja Cat and Fka Twigs are pushing. So as you guys can see, she's doing symbolism right here in plain sight. And here we got Fka Twigs also doing symbolism. It's very strange how all of them do some sort of symbolism. Right here, she's doing symbolism with 3 different things at once. So it's very creepy when you notice the symbolism. And here we got Dorothy. She looks exactly like them. And then here's a picture of Doja Cat. She has 69 on her shirt. And she's doing a hand gesture as well. And as you guys can see, she dresses very weird. You know, I've never seen somebody in real life that dresses like this. And if you guys do see someone that dresses like this, it's because of her and a bunch of other characters that are pushing this agenda right now. You know, they're all dressing very weird right now, and I don't get it. Because a regular person that is not heavily influenced by celebrities would not want to dress like this. But it's sad because a lot of people are heavily influenced by these celebrities and they end up dressing like them. But anyways, as you guys can see, she has a very manly body. You know, this is definitely a man's body. You know, it's very obvious that this is a man. You know, it's very disgusting, and they have a lot of men lusting over her. So I hope you guys can see right through the illusion. And even her face looks like a man. You know, ever since I saw her for the first time, I always thought she was a man. And then right here, she's doing some weird shit with her eyes. You know, she looks very demonic. And this outfit that she has on is very strange as well. You know, like I said, she's pushing that agenda because I've never seen clothing like this. And one thing about Doja Cat is she's a big joke. I'm surprised she even got this big because she started off as a joke. You know, when she first came out, she dressed up like a cow and did this video. So that goes to show that her character is a big joke. And it's sad to see that people actually took this serious. You know, sometimes I feel like they're testing society to see if we would take some dumb shit like this serious. And obviously this one worked because people love her now. Alright, so now let's get into all the connections that I found. So Doja Cat's birthday is October 21st. And Dorothy's birthday is November 9th. So their birthdays are only 19 days apart. So that's a big connection. And keep in mind that these characters were born 73 years apart. So that's why this one is really creepy to me. But anyways, moving along. So Dorothy's birthday is November 9th. And Jennifer Beals' birthday is December 19th. So their birthdays are only a month apart. And then Jennifer's birthday is close to Fka Twigs' birthday. You know, their birthdays are only 1 month apart as well. So I just found it weird that all of these are only 1 month apart. Except Doja Cat and Dorothy, they're only 19 days apart. But either way, as you guys can see, Doja Cat's birthday is in October, Dorothy is November, Jennifer is December, and Fka Twigs is January. So all 4 of these characters have a birthday 1 month apart. And I noticed that Fka Twigs matches up perfectly with Masonry. They both equal 33 in the full reduction cipher. And Dorothy also matches up with Masonry. As you guys can see, they both equal 105 and 84 in the same ciphers. And Dorothy's fake death was very scripted because she died at 42 years old, right? And Dorothy equals 42 in Gematria. So that goes to show how scripted her death was. And finally, the last connection is that Dorothy died in LA and Doja Cat was born in LA. So that's another major connection. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys understand how deep this actually goes now because every celebrity has an immortal character and I'm going to try to expose all of them so that people can really see how deep this actually goes. And Divine Sade also has a lot of videos on immortal celebrities, so make sure you guys go check out her videos. And also check out her Doja Cat video because she had more connections in there than I did. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Dorothy Dandridge is Tia and Tamera, Jennifer Beals, Fka Twigs, and also Doja Cat. So those are all the characters I was able to find. And if I find more, then me or Divine Sade will make a video about it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to drop a like, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my Patreon if you're interested. The link is in the description below.